What is up, everybody? It is Miss Vadams here, and welcome to this next episode in the ARK Survival Ascended Beginner's Guide here on the island, where we are going to be showing you how to find your very first metal and crystal. But first, before we do that, I do want to say thank you for giving me your favourite names for these lovely new tames that we got last week. So we went for Buffy and Spike, the Lystosaurus, which I think are my favourite. Very good names. We've got Gordon Ramsay, the Moss Chops, and finally we have Waddle, the Triceratops. So thank you very much again for those suggestions. That was awesome. But yeah, in order to progress, we do need to craft ourselves up some better tools. And in order to do that, we're going to have to learn 2 new engrams at level 20, which are going to be the refining forge, in which we put our metal, and then the smithy, which we use the ingots made in the forge to make new tools. So as you can see, this smithy here requires 5 metal ingots, and it is 2 pieces of raw metal per metal ingot. So that means we have to find 10 pieces of raw metal to get ourselves going. And so long as you spawn in one of the easy starter areas, we spawned, I think it was in South 2 we spawned. We are right here on the map at latitude 78, longitude 37. As long as you spawn in that southern region, you will find river rocks. And as the name suggests, you're going to find those along the coast of the river here. And in fact, in the river themselves. And the way they look different is that they are smoother rocks compared to the kind of more jagged rocks, which tend to just give you stone and flint. There is a higher chance that you're going to get raw metal by smashing at these rocks. It doesn't always give you metal, but it's much more likely. Here we go. You can see 1 metal on the left there. Yeah, we need to work our way up the beach. This is also a river rock here. It's kind of characterized by its smooth surface, whereas this is a regular rock. You can see it's a bit more jagged. That's how you tell the difference. It is quite hard to tell them apart because they are the same color. But essentially, there we go. A little bit of metal there. We just have to keep smashing at these until we have 10 pieces of metal to get going. And then once we've done that, we'll be able to craft up our bits. So to make our forge, we can craft it from our own inventory. And I should have what I need to make it. There we go. Lovely. And then once that's crafted up, you can place it inside or outside. I should have a nice little space in here to pop it down next to the pestle and mortar. There we go. It is green. That means we can place it. I can hit E to access its inventory. I'm going to need some kind of fuel. It says requires wood, thatch or spark powder to work. I like to put wood in because it means as a byproduct we're going to get charcoal, which is a really useful resource for us. So I'm going to put that in there, and then I simply add my raw metal, and what will happen is over time the raw metal will turn into ingots, and it is 2 metal per ingot. You can see at the moment it's telling us how long our fuel is going to last for. It's 33 minutes, which is actually more than enough for what we need. At any second now we should get a piece of charcoal, and then we should get an ingot. There's the ingot. Lovely. So yeah, we just have to wait until we have enough that we can make our smithy, which we also need to make in our inventory. Looks like we've got enough metal now. We only needed 5 ingots, so I should be able to craft the smithy. There we go. Now I did move the pestle and mortar out the way so that I could put my smithy right next to the forge here. It's going to make it easier to transfer ingots back and forth. There we go. Perfect. It's a little bit of a squeeze, but we're going to make it work. Let me just pop the pestle and mortar back down. Bam. There we go. Lovely. So now we're going to have access to our smithy. It's got 75 slots in, so you can actually use this in the beginning as a little storage device as well, which is great. But in here, we're going to be able to craft some tools. And the first 2 tools that you are going to make are going to be the metal pick, also a level 20, which only requires 1 metal ingot. And also the metal hatchet. There we go, metal hatchet also. That requires 8 ingots. So we're actually going to have to go out and grab a little bit more metal in order to craft that. But the pick is the most important, because what the metal pick is going to be able to do is it's going to allow us to make or to farm more metal per node, which is going to be really important. So if I go to weapons now, we should be able to see we've got these in here. It needs a bit of hide and a bit of wood. I've just been out to get a little bit more metal for our hatchet, so we should be able to make that now. There we go. Lovely. So we can get rid of our stone tools now. We're not going to need those. We are not going to need those at all, because these metal tools are a big upgrade. And a few things just off the bat with these is when you're farming rocks in general with your hatchet or with your pick, once they're the metal versions, you're going to be able to farm much more quickly. The nodes are going to break more quickly, which we'll see now. So here's some river rocks here, just to show you. There we go. They are smashing much quicker. So it just makes the whole process a lot more quick. Also, when you're using your hatchet on a regular rock as well, if you need some actual stone, much more quick. So a big improvement. But what's going to be an even better improvement is heading out to find ourselves a pure metal node. There are some that are pretty close to our starting area, but they are a little bit of a trek. They're across the river, which we're going to go and have a look at right now. And we do need to be prepared for potential enemies, including raptors, therazinos, that type of thing. So we are going to have to be on the watch out for those. But if you are starting in one of the green easy starter zones, these areas are going to have some of your closest metal nodes to you. So assuming at this stage we're at level 26, we don't have a flyer at the moment. Assuming that we're going to be either walking here or using a land dino to get there, these are going to be your easiest spots to get your first pure metal nodes. And luckily the spot that we are going to, which is right here, this is going to have both pure metal and crystal. So what I'm going to do is, first thing is first, I want to try and make myself as light as possible so that we're going to be able to carry as much as possible with us. I don't have any space left in there, so let me have a look. I'm going to put... yeah, most of these things, except some absolutely kind of basic ammo in there. In fact, I don't need the trank arrows. We're not planning on taming anything today. There we go. Okay. And then I'm going to take my trike. I think the trike will offer us the best chance of survival here. So we're going to take Waddle out and about. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the point of the river which has the narrowest point for crossing. And we're going to get to the other side, and we're essentially going to travel up the mountain on the right. You can try and go here on foot if you want. I do like to take a dino with me, like a trike. It is a little bit slow. Its stamina's not amazing, but it does mean if we do come across an enemy, we're going to be able to defend ourselves. If you have a raptor, although they're a little bit more squishy than the trike in terms of their health pool, they are pretty fast as well, so they might be a good option to use to get here too. I'm pretty sure this is the narrowest point. You are still at danger of creatures in the water, such as sharks actually coming in as far as the ocean over there. But usually, anytime I've done this, I've been okay. You also do want to watch for predators on the shore. There are sometimes Spinosaurus that spawn here, or Baryonyx. Luckily, I think we're okay at the minute. There are various ways you can get up here, and you do need to bear in mind that there is a very thick jungle. So it might take you a hot second to get to the top, but I can see a little clearing through here that we're going to try and navigate. There's a bit of the rock face here on the right, so I'm going to navigate around it. If you ever feel like you're getting lost or it's taking a long time, just go to your map and remind yourself of exactly where you're heading. Somewhere in this direction. If there's a tree in your way, you can use the trike to farm the tree. Move out your way. But there's usually an indirect path up. Okay, we've got our first enemies. They are some ants. Trike can easily fight them off, despite being quite a low level there. Just got to get our stamina back. There we go. And lo and behold, here is our first metal node. Here we go. You can see it straight ahead there. It's the grey rock with the silver sparkly veins running through it. This is what we're looking for. So we're not going to be able to carry a tremendous amount of this back because the trike's weight capacity is not amazing. But if you have a look here, there we go. Look at how much metal we're getting on the left compared to the river rocks. And this is going to be decent enough to really get us going with some other tools that we're going to need to defend ourselves. We're going to need a crossbow. We're going to need a pike as well. So there we go. I could put the metal on the trike. The trike has a level, which I'm absolutely going to put in weight. So we can carry as much as possible back. Really, because we're on a metal and crystal run here, I am going to get rid of the stone and probably a lot of the berries as well, just to make ourselves as light as possible. Is that a raptor over there? I think it is. It has spotted us. Oh, it's an alpha raptor. Okay, that's not good. If you see an alpha raptor, my advice to you is to run. To run! Absolutely peg it. Even if you've got a fairly decent starter tame, alpha raptors are characterized by their red glow. You can get other variants of alpha dinos, alpha rex, alpha carnos, and they are essentially stronger variants of their regular counterparts, but they do give you rewards if you can kill them. But right now we are not ready for that, and a lot of ARK is knowing what you're ready for and what you're not. So we're going to go around. We're going to go around. I'm going to show you another little trick here, actually, which is a little bit of a... I'm not really sure whether this is intended by the devs or not. But if you've got a way to jump, you can jump hit E to dismount at the last minute, and your tame won't take any fall damage. So there we go. That is a way to kind of get out of some sticky situations if you end up running off a cliff. But yeah, there are several other paths up here. So if you find that your path is blocked for whatever reason, geographically or by a bad dinosaur like we just encountered, you can find another way around. And here we go. We're up the other side of the mountain now, and I can see another metal node there, another one there. Amazing. And if we keep going to the top, we'll get ourselves some crystal. There's another one here. There's loads. Another one. Well, not loads. There are places on the map that will give you so much metal. This is what we're looking for at the moment. We're looking for just a bit of metal, at least more than we've had so far, and we're also looking for crystal. So this crystal here, we're going to need this to make ourselves a spyglass and also a water jar so that we have a water source that's not going to leak on us when we're traveling out and about. So there we go. We only need a little bit to get us going. As I say, there's a good amount here, at least for a beginner. There we go. One more node there. And then I think really metal is where it's at. So let's keep farming this. Let's keep hitting this. Let's take as much back as we possibly can carry. So after smashing up 3 metal nodes and about 5 crystal nodes, we are coming away with 113 metal and 22 crystal, which might not sound like a lot, but it's definitely enough to get us going with what we need as a beginner. So we're going to go back down the side of the mountain now, which should actually be a little bit quicker. Oh, look at this. We have stumbled across what is called an explorer note. We run over this on our trike. A note comes up. So this is an explorer note, which is essentially a piece of ARK lore. This turns out that it's a Rockwell note being read out by David Tennant. So if you want to listen to that when you come across them, you absolutely can. Or you can read them as well in the almost inexplicable handwriting. There we go. You can see all the different notes that you can come across. But honestly, the best thing about the notes is you'll probably notice in the bottom right that there is these 2 little purple arrows and a countdown timer. That is an experience boost, which is great. So both us and the Triceratops are going to get some extra XP here. Wow, already 4 levels on the trike. I think what we'll do is we'll give the trike... I reckon we'll go all in weight. There we go. Lovely. Lovely, lovely. Wait, have I gained a level as well? I have. I'm going to go for weight. There we go. Level 28. Let's go. So yeah, we're going to go down the side of the mountain using our little dismount trick so that the trike doesn't take any fall damage. There we go. And we're going to cross the river, go home, and we're going to make ourselves up even more tools. We made it home. Let's get to crafting. I should be able to carry all this. There we go. I'm going to get the metal smelting straight away because that's going to take quite a bit of time to get going. There we go. Light fire. And then we're going to have a look at some other engrams that we are going to want to grab. We are going to scroll down until we get to the pike. Here we go. This is going to be a replacement for the spear. Much better durability. It will break, but you'll be able to repair this, so it won't just disappear on you. And also the crossbow, which is going to replace our primitive bow. Those are the 2 big ones. Water jar. Here we go. This is going to be good for us to be able to carry some water around. And then if you can get yourself to level 30, you can also make the sickle to farm fiber with. If you go over to your own inventory here, this is where we're going to craft up the spyglass. Here we go. This is what requires crystal. We also need wood and fiber. There we go. Lovely. Craft up one of those. Water jar is in our inventory as well. We need some cementing paste for that, actually. Cementing paste is a material that you can make. You can also find it out in the wild as well. You do need to learn an engram for that at level 13. You'll see cementing paste requires chitin and stone to produce. Okay, I'm only gonna use or make what I absolutely need so that we can preserve our resources for the time being. Oh, we gained another level. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. Water jar. Lovely. There we go. So let me show you what the spyglass does, because this is going to be your taming companion, essentially. So what this means now is that from a distance, you're going to be able to see dino levels. At the moment, I cannot see the level of this parasaur. With the spyglass, boom, level 50. So from a distance, you can have a look at dinos that you're thinking about taming. And yeah, figure out if it's going to be worth it or not, essentially. A really, really useful tool. Got enough metal now to make our pike and a crossbow, and we just gained a level, which I think means we're gonna be level 30. Yeah, we're gonna be level 30. Great. So this actually means we can go and make the sickle. At level 30. There we go, sickle. We have found our very first metal as a beginner ARK player, and we've managed to upgrade our tools so that we've got a metal pick, a metal hatchet, a metal pike for jabbing things, a crossbow for essentially defending ourselves, fighting things, and also taming things. And then we have a sickle as well. Sickles, by the way, you use to grab fiber from bushes. They won't grab berries. There we go. You can see on the left, a little bit of fiber there. Lovely. Now, down the line, you will be going to other areas of the map to grab your metal, because there are much more rich areas to grab metal, but they're also much more dangerous and not very friendly for beginners. There are also tames that you can use to help you gather even more metal as well. So maybe as we progress from being a beginner to being a more intermediate player, then we can explore those options. But for now, I think we are doing just great. So folks, I think that's all we've got time for today. Thank you very much for watching. If you did like the content, please do like and subscribe, because it really helps me out. And of course, you can catch me live on Twitch and also YouTube now every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday and Friday at 2 p.m. GMT. So without further ado, and until the next episode, see you later, folks.